Good morning, big brothers. Alright, today is Saturday, February 19th, 2011. And if it isn't, then it is likely that we turned in our assignment late and are thus facing the consequences, i.e., some physical workout of some sort. So let's begin, shall we? Today's presentation consists of three known warriors from across the Pacific, and they are as follows: Numero uno, Rao of Guam; dos, King Kamehameha of Hawaii; and Malietoa of Samoa. So to kick us off, we'll turn to Nikki.
Thank you, Genesis, for the introduction. Now let's get back to you, Nikki Kate. Hello, half a day, my big brothers of Tau Omega Alpha. This is Nikki Kate speaking. I would like to tell you that I've researched on the most greatest inspiring warrior of Guam. He is an important part of the Pacific Islander history. So this warrior, Magulahi Hurao. So his chief name means caring, emotion, attention, and heed. He was powerful. Magulahi Hurao. He was a leader. Not just any leader. He was a leader with responsibilities. Defend for the Chamorros. He took care of the Chamorros. His job was to gain back the Chamorros' freedom. Hurao made a powerful emotion speech. That speech inspired an army of 2,000 to fight against the Spanish.
We are stronger than we think. We can quickly free ourselves from these foreigners. We must gain our freedom.
Hurao was a role model. He had morals. His morals were beliefs that his people were stronger than they think. He set examples also for the community. He was being encouraging. He was being powerful with the speeches. He was caring for his people. Magulahi Hurao, a warrior, a leader, a person with responsibilities, a role model, and person with morals and examples set for the community. He is a warrior.
Thank you, Nikki. Now, for the next part, I will be introducing you to the warrior of Samoa, Malietoa. Now, of course, as you may or may not know, there are many Malietoas, but there is only one. There can only be one. That is research worthy. Not to say the others don't matter, because they most definitely do. But I'm going to talk about the first Malietoa. Before I get into it, let's define our terms. Socratic method. And in this case, only one term. There can only be one. That matters. In this case, Malietoa. Malietoa is a title, a chiefly name, and is originated from praise given to Samoan warriors by a Tongan king. You see, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a descendant of Tu'i, the Tu'i-Tonga dynasty, was a descendant of the Tu'i-Tonga dynasty, say that 3 times fast, that ruled over the lands of Samoa with tyranny. And everything was cool, or so he thought, until 3 young Samoan men rose. Numero uno, Savea; dos, Tunu; number 3, Fata, led a rebellion against him, and so they battled, as is the custom of warriors, and the brothers managed to drive the tyrant king to the edge of the island where the king boarded his naval ship, at which point the king called out to those on land praising their fighting qualities. Malietoa, Malietau. Great warriors, well fought. Naturally, this set into motion more fighting. 2 of the brothers, Tunu and Fata, fancied this honor, and a quarrel ensued between the 2. And according to legend, one of the brothers was killed by the other. But, the eldest of the 3, Savea, stepped in with a big S on his chest, averted the crisis, resuscitated his dead bro, and placated the both of them. This in turn led to a unanimous decision to make Savea the paramount ruler of Upolu, Savaii, Monono, and Tutuila, making him the first ever Malietoa. So let's see. Leader, responsible, role model, check. Protector. So what exactly gave him the skills necessary to be Malietoa? Well, I'll tell you. Courage. And with that, let's move on to our next warrior. Thank you guys for that humorous display you call a presentation. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to present our last, definitely not the least, King Kamehameha. Now the king is also known as Kamehameha the Great, and what's ironic is that his name translates to the Lonely One. He was born circa 1758, died May 8th, 1819, and he established the Kingdom of Hawaii in 1810. He is well known for Kanawai Mamalahoi, as we would say here in the mainland, Law of the Splintered Paddle. Well, what's that, bruh? Well, this law allowed for every older person, woman, and child to lay by the roadside in safety. Basically, during the times of war, no harm would befall the non-combatants. This was then incorporated into the state constitution. Well, that's an awesome law. Totally. Alright, so this law was created during an incident with the king. You see, he was chasing two fishermen when his leg got caught into a reef or a rock, depending on what your source is. And one of the fishermen came up to the king with the paddle and whacked him on the head. Dirty, right? Years later, that same fisherman was brought before the king, but instead of having him executed, the king let him go. The king said the man was just trying to protect his land and his family. Damn, that's what's up. So that story basically sums up the qualities of our king. But that's not all, folks. We want to try to understand the legend of his birth as well before we go. And according to legend, a great king would be born, and the sign of this would come from a comet. Incidentally enough, Halley's Comet was visible over Hawaii in 1758, not long before King Kamehameha was born. You thinking what I'm thinking? So is everyone else. And that's not all. Ever hear the Naha stone? Well, you see, another legend states that the man to lift this stone would be the legendary warrior that would unite all of the islands. Yes, guys. Glad you guys are listening. Well, anyways, King Kamehameha was the only man to lift that stone. I mean, it was only like 5,000 pounds, but he was there and I wasn't. So, we know he was a really strong guy. He was technically heaven sent. But was that what made him a great warrior? Was it compassion? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.